Sorry for the lateness of the Q&A. I do apologize. I had chores to be done in the real life world. But now let's get started with the Tuesday edition of the Q&A, possibly Wednesday that you're watching this, depending on your time zones. If you guys have questions for the next Q&A, description box down below with all the details. Let's get started now. Johnny Russo asks, what if Miz, Rusev, Cesaro, and Rollins made a faction called the Lunch Club and combined with the Breakfast Club to become the Brunch Club? Well, this is a fantasy booking, Johnny Russo, because no way in hell the Breakfast Club will let the Lunch Club even form in the first place. But if that were to happen, the Breakfast Club would stroke the Lunch Club members' egos, make them feel special, and then bury them. That's what will happen. Breakfast Club rules, bitches. Chase Allen asks, what made you want to be on YouTube, and who are some of your favorite YWC and IWC members? What made me want to be on YouTube was that I've always had an interest in YouTube videos. I don't know why. I just always had an interest in making YouTube videos myself, and I just chose the form of professional wrestling. And my favorite IWC and YWC members, Schleg Daddy, James Carter TV / Wrestling Guy 09, the Lexman, Gold Standard 000, Mitch Smith from the Wrestling Gurus, Ace the Wrestling Nut, JD Venom. You know, I also have my favorite underdogs like Heel Steven and In the Rope Show, guys who I feel like deserve more subscribers than they have right now. Of course, the British Fist, and whenever they upload the Tree of Woe show. Chris Stark asks, what are your thoughts on John Cena's rap career? Pretty decent for a white guy from West Newbury, Massachusetts. I don't think there's one song I will tell you that you have to listen from John Cena's rap career, but he's definitely pretty decent back in the early days. Nowadays, he just sucks. I mean, did you listen to those two Wiz Khalifa songs that just came out? Oh, not good at all. But earlier John Cena stuff was pretty decent. I mean, I've heard worse raps before, and I thought John Cena was pretty decent, even though he had a bunch of people sing the rap songs with him. Largest 85 asks, what is the big deal with Justin Roberts being fired anyways? Well, it is kind of a big deal, Largest, because really, to be honest, Justin Roberts is actually good at his job, and he gets fired for being good at it. Yet Great Khali sucks, and he's still in the company. Eva Marie and Cameron suck, and they're still in the company. Kevin Dunn and Michael P.S. Hayes suck, and they're still in the fucking company. So why should Justin Roberts, who does a good job, get fired? It makes no damn sense to me, and it shows some of the problems within the WWE. That's why I think it's a big deal. I mean, the dude, he did a good job, and I wish him best of luck in his future endeavors. And I hope maybe the WWE realizes their stupid mistakes and maybe pay Justin Roberts a little bit more money that he deserves and brings him back to announce again. Snowdrop asks, why does Dolph Ziggler get so much love? Well, let's see. He's under the 6'3" mark. He's not 250 pounds. He can do a bunch of kicks. He flops around in the ring. That's why he probably gets so much love. Like, honestly, I don't get the Dolph Ziggler love, Snowdrop. I really don't. You know, I see the talent in the guy, but I just don't get the love for him. I get turned off from Dolph Ziggler. Like, I'm not really that big of a Dolph Ziggler fan, and I think the main reason why is I think the fans of Dolph Ziggler really, really annoy me. I mean, you say something bad about Dolph Ziggler, it's like if you went to a Christian church and said something bad about Jesus Christ, you would get pounced on by all those damn Christians. It's like that in the IWC. You say something bad about Dolph Ziggler, they pounce on you and act like you're the dumbest wrestling fan of all time. And also, when it comes to Dolph Ziggler, I feel like the WWE has done such a bad job with him in his career. It's like anytime this guy has any momentum, they somehow find a way to ruin it or pull the rug underneath him by pairing him up with stupid people like Vicky Guerrero or AJ Lee or Big E. Like, they never really seem to go all the way with the Dolph Ziggler character. When I'm starting to gain a little bit interest in the guy, they always seem to do something to freaking ruin him. I don't know why. You know, I do say that he's a talented guy, no doubt about it. Dolph Ziggler is a talented individual. He's not my cup of tea when it comes to professional wrestlers, but really, to be honest, I don't get the huge man crush boner that people have with Dolph Ziggler. That's just me. And if you can explain this to me, Dolph Ziggler fans, comment section down below on why you love Dolph Ziggler. I would really like to know why a lot of people love the Dolph Ziggler. Diamond and Spoon asks, since Dean Ambrose beat John Cena clean, will there be an apocalypse? Dean Ambrose beat John Cena clean? I didn't see that episode overall. What the fuck are you talking about? Pulling down a contract after John Cena threw out all the Authority members doesn't mean Dean Ambrose beat him clean. John Cena was so protected in that match, man. That was no clean win by Dean Ambrose. Beating John Cena clean is pinning him 1, 2, 3. Or, heaven forbid, making John Cena tap the fuck out. Bill Bradford asks, this is for the Q&A. How would you set up the beginning of the Breakfast Club on TV? Oh, kind of like what Reed 19's idea had. You know, I would definitely do the WrestleMania thing where they pose and they have like an ego fest for 20 minutes. But then afterwards, I would have them come out on the Monday Night Raw to that John Cena song, the ha, 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 hustle, loyalty, respect, a legend, I never give up. I would have them come out to that theme song with them like posing and shit. I would have Cena troll the fans a bit saying, you want to know why I turned? Tell him, Randy. And then I would have Randy Orton give like a 20-minute monologue about the Breakfast Club, why they formed, and I would Sheamus kiss his ass every like 5 minutes. I think it would work out well. That's how I would introduce them to the TV world, just to get the heel heat on them. And probably on their first episode, I would have them beat down Daniel Bryan, because I would actually get them more heel heat. I would have Daniel Bryan come out and challenge John Cena for the title, ask for respect and honor, and then afterwards, the title match doesn't even happen because the Breakfast Club just beat the shit out of Daniel Bryan, and then that'll get them more heel heat. Could you imagine a post-WrestleMania crowd watching their hero Daniel Bryan get destroyed by the Breakfast Club? Holy fucking shit. If that doesn't make these guys the legit heels, I don't know what does. Reed19 asks, would the Breakfast Club stable be bigger than the NWO? Depends on the booking, Reed19. You know, I could fantasy book the Breakfast Club all day, but just know that that shit would never happen in real life. That would make too much sense for the WWE to actually have the Breakfast Club on TV. But if they did have the good booking and they were, you know, a big force on WWE TV, oh yeah, I think the Breakfast Club could actually be bigger than the NWO. You know, the NWO, for the longest time, a lot of people thought it was a shoot and not a work. But really, to be honest, if we look at the Breakfast Club, they're a straight up shoot the whole damn time. We talk about wanting real stuff in this reality era in the WWE. What's more real than the fucking Breakfast Club? That's as real as it gets. So I think they would be bigger than the NWO, just because when you look at professional wrestling today, there's nothing really interesting about it, minus the return of some legends. That's really the only time people care about professional wrestling, is when they hear, oh, this legend's back, or that legend's back, or that legend's back. But if you heard like there's some mega power faction with a bunch of douchebags, you might be kind of interested in that. And you hear that John Cena went to the dark side and he's teaming with Randy Orton, Batista, Triple H, and Sheamus, you're like, what? That's actually interesting. That could actually be groundbreaking to the business and help the business out in this current struggling product that it is today in 2014 of wrestling. So yeah, I think the Breakfast Club could be bigger than the NWO. And when you look at the Breakfast Club faction compared to the NWO at the time when they formed, I mean, yeah, Kevin Nash was a year-long WWF champion, but his reign, he didn't really do shit. Yeah, fucking Scott Hall was really big as Razor Ramon, but his character never won a world title. Hulk Hogan was like the biggest star there. When you look at the Breakfast Club with all the title reigns that they have, holy fucking shit. That's a fucking big ass faction. That's like a dominant power trip faction that no one you can think can stop. So yeah, I would love that. John Avenger asks, hey Chase, this is a question for the next Q&A on Wednesday. Well, I do them on Tuesday, but technically it might be Wednesday when this is uploaded. What is the most violent wrestling match you have ever seen? Oh, Beulah versus Bill Alfonso for sure, man. That was the most violent to me. Like, holy fucking shit. I've never seen a woman beat the shit out of a man like Beulah did to Bill Alfonso. The blood that Bill was spilling, oh, just gruesome, man. That to me is one of the most violent matches. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will say, well, I've seen some death matches that were more violent than that, or I've seen some ladder wars or final battles or whatever these new stipulations are nowadays for these hardcore matches. But really, to be honest, if you want to see a hardcore match that's just like so gruesome to watch with a lot of fucking blood, Bill Alfonso and Beulah, holy fucking shit. That was crazy to me. Red Wolf 316 asks, if Shawn Michaels' back was healthy, do you think he would have not put over Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 14? Austin talked about this in his podcast recently, that one of the main reasons why Shawn Michaels was really crabby was because of his back. So really, to be honest, I think he still would have done the job. I think Shawn would have pissed and moaned still, but not as much as he was pissing and moaning back then. But I still think he would have done the job and understood that, you know, I have to put over the kid. Even though I may not like it, even though I feel like I should still be champion, you know, I still have to put over Stone Cold at the end of the day. So I think Shawn would have been a little bit more understanding. He would have put over Stone Cold. And not only that, it would have been a much better match between him and Austin for sure. The Gochi Man asks, how do you think Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt would have done during the Attitude Era? They would have done fine. Dean Ambrose, I talked about before in the earlier Q&A, that he would have been a mid-carder that would have been fed to Stone Cold. That's just the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. And Bray Wyatt, he would have actually been interesting because you would have had Kane, Gangrel, Mankind, and The Undertaker for him to feud with. I don't see Bray Wyatt's character being a WWF champion during the Attitude Era, but definitely a guy like if there's no one else for Austin or Rock to feud with, you just put them with Bray Wyatt for 2 months and it would still sell out arenas. So yeah, I think Bray Wyatt would have done fine in the Attitude Era. Carson Lopez asked, what did you think of Chris Jericho's interview about WWE not sabotaging people? For me, I thought it was bullshit. Yeah, no, it's complete bullshit. WWE sabotages so many young superstars in their careers, and it's ridiculous. Like, even Austin said in his podcast, which was ridiculous to me, saying, like, that the guys themselves have to get over. Well, what do you mean the guys themselves have to get over? How the fuck are the guys themselves supposed to get over with the shit that the WWE is writing for them? I swear to God, even if I was a character in the WWE, I don't think I could get over with half the shit that they're writing for their superstars nowadays. You could give me the best gimmick in the world, but with the scripts they're writing nowadays, shit, man, I would not be able to get over. The WWE, they have to get these superstars over. You can't expect the guys themselves to get themselves over. Some of them need the help. I mean, look at Roman Reigns. He needs the help from the WWE to get himself over. Roman Reigns himself, if you told Roman Reigns to go out there and cut a 15-minute promo, oh, that ain't going to be good. You're just going to get this. I'm here. Believe that. Seriously, man, it's such ridiculous. Chris Jericho, that was one of the dumbest things he's ever said in his damn career. I mean, I even brought up Dolph Ziggler earlier in this Q&A. I talked about how Dolph Ziggler has been sabotaged by the WWE. Like, anytime I find Dolph Ziggler seeming to get interesting to me, the WWE does something stupid to make me not care about him. So, yeah, they do sabotage people. I don't know why Chris Jericho was saying they don't. Matt Gochi asked, do you think Disney Channel sucks compared to how it was during the 2000s? Oh, yeah. It's not even close. I think all kids shows suck compared to when I was growing up. And I don't know if that's just me being biased, but none of the kids shows today are worth a damn. That's just me. Girl Meets World's a good show, but I still think it's not as good as some of the kid shows I watched when I was growing up. John Cool asked, which member of the Breakfast Club would you spend one day with, Randy Orton or Triple H? Triple H for sure. I may love Randy Orton, but Randy Orton, hanging out with him for a day, that just seems boring. He doesn't seem like an interesting guy to hang out with. Triple H, though, you get to learn so much from him, like from a business aspect and learning how to be successful in life, because Triple H is just a hard worker. The dude likes to hustle, hustle, hustle. So if you got to spend a day with him and see how he hustles, maybe that rubs off on you, and maybe you want to become a better person like the game, Triple H. And also, hanging out with Triple H's ego would be pretty fucking awesome. Could you just imagine a conversation? You ask Triple H who's the best wrestler in the world, and he says himself? Shit would be hilarious. Greg Toomer asked, how awesome would it be if Breakfast Club had their own talk show, then shared a breakfast meal with their guests, and then buries them after a beatdown, but only two wrestlers that deserve it? Oh, that would be beautiful. Could you imagine if Great Khali was on that show, or Eva Marie, or people that are just wastes of space on the WWE roster, and they go out there and they bury the fuck out of him? Oh my God, that would be sick. That would get me to watch the WWE Network every fucking morning. I would watch that shit live. I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to the network, I don't watch shit live on there. I wait for the archives. But if you want me to watch something live on the network, it would definitely be the Breakfast Club talk show. That would be fucking shit. That's a reality era for you folks. Joe Juicy asked, what is your favorite gimmick change in wrestling? Canadian Destroyer P.D. Williams going to Maple Leaf Muscle. I like that gimmick change. I think that was pretty fucking funny. Or Papa Shango to the Godfather. Like, the fuck? This dude used to be a crazy voodoo guy. Now all of a sudden he has the whole train. Like, so those would be my favorite gimmick changes, Joe. Mr. Juicy asks, what were your honest thoughts on Randy Orton burying Kofi Kingston back in 2009? I thought it was fucking stupid. Like, come on, Randy. Why in the blue fuck are you mad at Kofi Kingston for messing up one spot? One fucking spot. Jesus fucking Christ. Because for me personally, I've always been a Kofi Kingston fan. I've always been someone on here on YouTube, and people who have watched my channel for a long time can back this up, that has said, you need to do something with Kofi Kingston. You have to push this motherfucker. Hell, in my Money in the Bank power rankings that I made during Money in the Bank time, I believe I said Kofi Kingston could win the Money in the Bank in a surprise-like way. He's one of the favorites. He's a dark horse. The WWE likes giving their dark horses. Hell, I marked the fuck out when I thought Kofi Kingston was going to win that Money in the Bank. I've always been a Kofi Kingston fan, and it sucks that this guy is stuck doing nothing. Because ever since that Randy Orton feud, like, he has just been that guy that wins the IC or US title randomly and then doesn't go anywhere. I mean, if Randy Orton and Kofi Kingston just finished the business and Kofi Kingston got that huge win over Randy Orton, fuck, man, we could be talking Kofi as a former WWE champion. And I'm not bullshitting you when I say that. Because at that time, Randy Orton, he was still very marketable for the WWE to put over young talent. He was actually doing good shit as a heel back then. So why didn't you just go all the way with Kofi? I really wasn't a fan of it. You know, I love Randy Orton, but he has his flaws. I don't know why he didn't want to put over Kofi Kingston there. Jake Loomis asked, if John Cena doesn't change before he retires, then do you think that he will be remembered as one of the most hated wrestlers in the WWE? To some fans, yeah. To me, I would put him as one of the most boring wrestlers in WWE history. I mean, besides his rapping days in his early 2005 title reign, he hasn't been all that fucking entertaining. Yeah, he has glimmer and sparks here and there, but I would put him more as the more boring wrestler than the most hated. That's for sure, for me at least. Josh Chambers asked, what if AJ Lee and Paige had a live lesbian sex segment on Raw? I'm pretty sure the IWC would like it, and hell, it'd be better than what the fuck they're doing now. So sure, why not? I wouldn't care that much. I mean, AJ Lee's not my type, and Paige, she's kind of attracted to me, but I don't see the whole appeal in pale chicks. Sorry, that's just me. But yeah, it'd be a lot better than what the fuck they're doing on TV now. Slapnuts2000 asks, when John Cena retires and Roman Reigns becomes the new face of the company, do you think Roman Reigns will become the new John Cena? And why do people in the internet hate Roman Reigns? And I'm not a Roman Reigns fan or hater. I'm telling you right now, Roman Reigns is not the next John Cena. Fuck no. Roman Reigns is the next Triple H or Batista. Pick your poison. But when it comes down to it, why I think people hate Roman Reigns, I think it's just more of how he's booked and how Roman Reigns himself hasn't really improved all that much. I mean, besides adding the cock fist that he does and the Superman punch, I mean, he doesn't really do anything else, man. He still has the same fucking moves. His microphone skills are still kind of I mean, he's still the same. He's still wearing the fucking Shield gear. He has the Shield theme music. I mean, it's like Roman Reigns has to get over by old stuff. I mean, I love Roman Reigns. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Roman Reigns fan. But if the dude doesn't improve, people are going to get sick and tired of him. And when you look at Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, how they have improved over the past year since they've been in the WWE, and you look at Roman Reigns has not improved whatsoever. He hasn't. And you know, he should improve. I mean, I hope Roman Reigns, when he comes back, he brings in a new move set. He has a new style to him. Like, he still does the same, you know, cock punch, Superman punch, and then, like, fucking spear and the little leg drop to the apron thing that he does. He's fine doing that, but he needs to add a little bit more to his repertoire so that way he has more big power moves, a move that can focus on a body part. He just needs to work on some stuff. Like, I think that's why some fans are, you know, sick of Roman Reigns, because it's like, why is this guy getting pushed when he has not really shown that much improvement? Yeah, the dude has a look, but that's just it. He just has a look. Yeah, he's explosive, but he doesn't really have that much explosive moves to his arsenal. He only has like one or two explosive moves. He should have a lot more explosive moves if this guy is so damn explosive. You know what I'm saying? And also, I think it's the booking that he's like a Superman right now. But hey, to beat a Brock Lesnar, you have to book a Superman against a Brock Lesnar, which makes no sense to me. I mean, wrestling fans get all upset when there's like, oh, he's getting booked like a Superman. But you like when Brock Lesnar gets booked like a Superman. That makes no fucking sense. You would need a Superman to beat a Superman. Just saying. But I think that's also the reason why. But I don't see Roman Reigns as the next John Cena, no. Like, Triple H or Batista for sure. But Cena, no. He won't be that bad. He won't be that bad, that's for sure. Jay Walker asks, what are your thoughts on Triple H versus The Rock at WrestleMania 31? Cool if this was the year 2000. I'm sorry, man. Like, I know that match would be freaking cool to some of the older fans. We all know Triple H would carry The Rock to a good match, because let's face it, guys, The Rock can't wrestle like he can anymore, man. I mean, he can still work a microphone, but when it comes to wrestling, The Rock's like, if you smell what The Rock... Oh, fuck, I need oxygen. That's how The Rock is now when he wrestles in the WWE. So Triple H would carry him to a good match. But in all honesty, like, I want to see Triple H face Dean Ambrose. I don't want to see Triple H face The Rock. Like, someone asked me in a Q&A a while back, I think it was Travis Nelson asked me which WrestleMania matches I would be excited for, and I said Triple H versus Dean Ambrose and Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins and whatever match The Rock is in. And really, to be honest, I would rather have it where The Rock faces like Randy Orton or Batista instead of face Triple H. I mean, at least Randy Orton can carry The Rock to a good match. And sure, The Rock and Batista would be sucking the oxygen out of the Levi Stadium, but hell, at least you're getting a big, marquee Hollywood superstar versus Hollywood superstar type match. And at least with Dean Ambrose and Triple H, that would be a big match, and it would make Dean Ambrose feel like a big deal, because we all know Roman Reigns, he's either facing Cena or Lesnar, whoever the WWE Heavyweight Champion is. We all know Seth Rollins is going to have a big money match at WrestleMania because he's Mr. Money in the Bank. What the fuck is Dean Ambrose going to do if he can't face Triple H? What, face Rusev? So yeah, or Bray Wyatt, like Ambrose and Wyatt at this time is not even interesting. I know a lot of people would think that's interesting, but Bray Wyatt right now is trying to go through a fucking transition in his own character. Why in the blue fuck would I be interested to see Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt face each other at WrestleMania? Not only that, that's two of your younger stars going at it way too soon when you can have these guys go at it way later. So really, to be honest here, I would have to say I would want to see Dean Ambrose take on a legend like Triple H and have Triple H either bury Dean Ambrose or put him over. Most likely bury, since Triple H has not won a match yet in 2014. Can you guys believe that? Triple H has not won a match yet in 2014. Unreal. The Real Heel asks, I know you might not have watched Bound for Glory. Oh, I did. And don't care for TNA at this point. I do not care for TNA at this point. But do you think TNA Bound for Glory 2014 was the worst Bound for Glory by TNA? Oh, hell yeah. And it's not even close. This wasn't even TNA presents Bound for Glory 2014. This was Wrestle 1 But fucking TNA presents Bound for Glory 2014. Oh, fuck you, TNA. We're going to put over a lot of Wrestle 1 talents. And the ones that we're going to have you beat, they're all jobbers in our promotion anyway. Sakamoto, who gives a fuck about him? Ryoto Hama, who gives a fuck about him? We're here to butt fuck you and make our promotion look like a big deal. Ugh. Seriously, fuck off. Wrestle 1 presents Bound for Glory 2014. That wasn't a TNA show. It's not TNA's worst pay-per-view ever. I mean, Victory Road 2009 or 11. Take your poison there, but fuck. I don't even want to talk about it. I didn't even review it. I talk. If you guys want to hear my thoughts on Bound for Glory, like my full thoughts, go to Random Sunday Hangout on Heel Steven's channel. I talked about Bound for Glory for like 30 minutes with Heel Steven and a bunch of other people. So if you want my thoughts, go to his channel. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to upload that on my channel. I don't want to talk about garbage. Final Limits asks, what if Daniel Bryan turns heel as soon as he comes back on his return day? Oh, God, dude, no. Just no. You can't turn Daniel Bryan heel on his return day. That would just be a knee-jerk reaction by the WWE. That would be one of the most dumbest heel turns I would ever see if he came back as a heel, because they're trying to find baby faces at this point. Like, really, it's only a matter of time before the fans get sick and tired of the cock fist by Roman Reigns, and they would want to see Dean Ambrose in the main event. So Dean Ambrose would pretty much be your only babyface. Bray Wyatt would be your only babyface. Seth Rollins is kind of a heel. Roman Reigns would get mixed reactions. Cena gets mixed reactions. Randy Orton gets those freaking random babyface reactions for whatever fuck reason. Dolph Ziggler gets babyface reactions, but he's a mid-carder. You need Daniel Bryan as a babyface. Turning him heel, I mean, it could work for like a month, but then afterwards fans would just be going, yes, 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 all over again, and he would just turn back to a babyface. So no, don't turn him heel. Mr. TNA 2005 says, I do not know about you, but I miss managers in pro wrestling. What about you? And who would you think could be good managers to certain wrestlers or teams? I do miss managers in professional wrestling. I feel that managers serve a great purpose in wrestling, because some guys are not meant to talk. Some guys are just good to look tough, look mean, look like a badass. Guys and girls, they're supposed to be just there to look tough, mean, and badass. Like, they can talk every once in a while, but it's more intimidating when they don't talk. And really, to be honest, I can't think of any good managers right now, dude. Like, honestly, I can't. Like, Truth Martini is the only guy that comes into mind. Machine Gun Carl Anderson comes into mind, but he's more of a wrestler. That's like the voice of the Bullet Club. And what's his fucking face? James Storm comes into mind, but he's just like managing X Division guys. But people that do need managers, I think Gunner would actually be well with the manager. If you gave a manager to Gunner and not have him talk, he would actually look more intimidating and look like more of a force. Big E would definitely need a manager. Like, holy fucking shit. Like, I've seen videos of Big E being entertaining backstage. I don't know why he doesn't show that personality in front of the crowd, but hell, if he can't show that personality in front of a crowd, man, get him a manager. I think the Ascension need a manager big time. I mean, these guys are boring as fuck. And them trying to cut promos is like, ugh. So, you know, they need a manager, and fuck, give Paige a manager. I mean, she's cut some decent promos, but she's still young and she's still learning the business very well when it comes to the WWE side of things and cutting promos in a WWE-like way. So as she's learning, give her someone that can talk for her and just have Paige look like a badass, intimidating person, like a mysterious girl that we know nothing about. Just do that with Paige instead of having her trying to cut these weird best friend promos. That's just me. Little Fish asks, what if Daniel Bryan turned heel and won with the help of Triple H instead of Triple H and Orton turning heel at SummerSlam 2013? Oh, God. That'd be horrific. Could you imagine the babyface Randy Orton versus heel Daniel Bryan matches? Oh, fuck. And not only that, we all know where this is leading to. John Cena comes back after his 2-week elbow surgery and he fucking beats Daniel Bryan for the belt. No, thank you. That'd be garbage, man. I'm sorry. That would just be terrible. Pietro Nilton would ask, would you date an Asian girl? Yeah, I would date an Asian. I like Asians. They're cute to me. I love Watermelon 525 asks, why do you sound like such a douchebag in your motherfucking in your introduction to your YouTube channel? I don't know why I read motherfucking there. I guess my contacts are messing up. I don't know. I guess I'm a douchebag. I don't know what to say to these douchebag questions anymore. Lorna Low asks, who would win in a fried chicken eating contest, a white man or a black man? White people don't appreciate fried chicken like a black man, so black man would win. Sherroro Horror asks, what if Scott Steiner and Kanye West both ruined Taylor Swift's performance back in the 2009 VMAs? Oh my God. That would be fucking hilarious. Can you imagine the back and forth of Kanye West and Scott Steiner trying to one-up each other to run this bitch off the stage? Ooh! That would be money right there. That would be an event that we would talk about for years to come. Like, we would still be talking about it to this day. Like, we would be celebrating the 5-year anniversary of when Scott Steiner and Kanye West ran the fuck down Taylor Swift and made her cry off the fucking stage. Be fucking awesome. And then we would never have to hear Taylor Swift songs ever again. Lino Gino asked, what if Scott Steiner started dating Lady Gaga? I don't know, man. That's a good fucking question. It'd make Lady Gaga into a better singer, that's for sure. Maybe Scott Steiner can get into some of the rap songs. You would have it where, you know, she makes a song called Scott Steiner. It would work out, but I don't think that's my favorite pairing for it, Scott Steiner, my man. I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't think it is. Now, Scott Steiner and Katy Perry, watch out. Could you imagine the music videos with Scott Steiner and Katy Perry? Woo! Be amazing. Justin Side asks, do you think a GTA game should be made outside of the United States, like in Canada or something? Oh, yeah. I totally agree, yeah, that they should make a GTA game, like a London GTA game. Would be. I know they have, like, GTA London 1942, or they have some, like, Rockstar made a game, like, in London and stuff like that, but I can't remember if it was Rockstar or another company, but I know there's, like, something like that, but, like, could you imagine, like, a GTA game in fucking London, or a GTA game in fucking Mexico? And Mexico would be freaking sick, oh my God. That would just be a beautiful atmosphere to play a fucking video game in. Or like Russia, that'd be kind of cool. You know, you're trying to be a part of the Russian mob. Yeah, you know, I think they should have something outside. I mean, kind of in GTA 5, you were in Canada for like the tutorial, and you can glitch your way into Canada, and there's one mission where you go back to Canada. But other than that, you know, like, nothing much you do in Canada. It's not like you can explore the whole area. I wish they made that into DLC, because I remember when I played that one mission, I think it's like where Trevor finds out what happens to Brad. And then if you guys say spoilers and shit like that, no. GTA 5 has been out for like well over a year now. If you haven't played the campaign, it's your fucking fault. But when you're playing that one mission where Trevor finds out about Brad and you're Michael and you have to chase Trevor back to Canada, like when you're doing that driving scene with Michael, I got lost, man. I saw the beautiful lights and I started driving straight and it's like, mission failed. I'm like, how did I fail a mission? It's like, you didn't go to the cemetery. I'm like, oh, fuck. But yeah, man, they definitely should make a GTA game outside of the States. Escorate Compton asks, what if Scott Steiner did the Harlem Shake? I don't know, man. Twerking's the new thing. Harlem Shake's kind of old. I guess it would work. I guess it would be kind of funny to see him flex and stuff, but I don't know. I think I would rather see Scott Steiner twerk than do the Harlem Shake. John Cook asks, if Steiner stayed in the WWE back in 2004, who do you think he would have feud with, and would he be face or heel? Ooh. If he would have stayed in the WWE in 2004, he would definitely be in the mid-card. I would say you move him to SmackDown, and he would be a heel against John Cena. Yeah, that's what I would do with Scott Steiner, because Scott Steiner's a big name. John Cena was United States champion. Scott Steiner is a former WCW US champion. So you know the dynamics work there. Scott Steiner would cut promos talking about how he's a real American hero. John Cena, all he does is rap these rhymes. And not only that, think of the epic inclusion of a John Cena and Scott Steiner rap battle. Oh my fucking god. That would have been fucking hilarious. You have John Cena just pooning Scott Steiner in a rap battle, and then Scott Steiner's just like, shut the fuck up, and stuff like that. It'd definitely be much better than John Cena versus Rene Dupree, or John Cena versus Kenzo Suzuki. So, yeah, man, why not? Scott Steiner and John Cena. Nintendo Fanboy 1998 asks, what if Melina was still in the WWE right now? Imagine her and The Miz together, since Miz is playing a celebrity from Hollywood now, and is that kind of her character? Oh, yeah, that would definitely fit with Melina, man. And also, not only that, if John Morrison was still around, that would be a great fucking feud for The Miz to have. He's stealing your girl. I think Melina and Morrison in real life are actually broken up, but that would be a fucking great character. You have, like, Hollywood Miz with, like, the really beautiful Hollywood-type woman in Melina. Like, that would work perfectly, and that would get more heel heat on The Miz. Like, see, the thing is, to make a heel work, he has to have something that you don't have. I mean, The Miz, the stunt double, okay, that's cool and all, but that's more comedy. But if he had a hot Latina bitch that every guy in the world would probably want to fuck, you wish you could have Melina. You wish that you could be The Miz, holding Melina, hugging Melina, kissing Melina, grabbing that big old juicy ass of Melina. Like, you would be jealous of The Miz, and you would hate him even more, so it would work perfectly, my man. Well, that's it for this edition of the Q&A. Sorry for the late upload. I hope you guys understand that sometimes shit happens. But hey, I got it up. Hopefully it comes up on Tuesday in California time. Remember, guys, send in questions for the Friday Q&A. I'll see you all next time. Follow me on Twitter at ChaseLiver68, by the way. And comment down below anything about the questions. I'll see you all next time. Peace.